With YouTube demonetizing independent media, please consider
installing fucking adblock. Mundane Matt got my YouTube and Twitter flagged, so I'm stealing his shtick, and I'll do it better. No soy, no fat, no filler.
Mundane Matt is a fat, soy-soaked, penisless abomination who cries over YouTube form letters.
You know, I feel like I should read that one though, Ben.
Looks a lot
No
like
soy,
the same
no
thing
fat,
that Dick
no
Masterson
filler.
said on some other show
false
about
flagging
me.
son of a bitch.
Well,
He false flags
I think that
people
was him,
all the
actually.
time. He doesn't have a penis. He's got a vagina
What's going on?
full of soy and hurt feelings. I think he's a fat sack of shit who mistakes
Someone's
having
playing
facial
it.
chin.
How'd that happen?
Soyless Matt Show.
It was through the, you know.
Oh, the TTS?
Yeah.
They put audio in?
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah.
That was interesting.
Yeah. I was like, why is Dick Masterson on the show all of a sudden? That's pretty funny.
That got weird.
To address the point of getting a real job, I'm looking. I put in a job application to be an assistant manager at a motel.
No, anyway, my name is Matt Jarbo, otherwise known as Mundane Matt. How in the fuck am I gonna be a dad? My biggest fear is that I'm not gonna feel anything towards the child.
Monday Matt can't have sex. His belly gets in the way.
I think he's a fat sack of shit.
Matt is a rat and a false flagger.
He false flags people all the time.
Monday Matt's a fat faggot.
Monday Matt is not pleased.
No, I was trying to hear it. I don't give a shit what Dick Masterson said about me.
Okay.
So
Maddox lost.
cool, man. Don't care.
Monday Matt's girlfriend gets fucked in the ass by a N-I-G-G-E-R. Is the show that's quickly becoming the most popular show on YouTube that features Mundane Matt. It's the Soyless Matt Show! In our first news of the day, I made Dick Masterson tell black people to go fuck themselves.
Luis Pereira, go fuck yourself. Richard Pereira, go fuck yourself. Numero Perdido, go fuck yourself. Black people, fuck. Black people, go fuck yourself. Jacob Penno, go fuck yourself. Feisty Penguin, go fuck yourself. Nathan Pendlebury, go fuck yourself. You cocksucker, I hope you got a real clean read of that one.
I did. I like Dick Masterson, but I like laughing more. In other Maddox news, he said he'll have a unibrow if 200 people voted for it, because he hasn't been funny since the 90s. When he couldn't even get that pathetically small amount of votes, he had to change it for "I'll do it if 200 people vote" to "I announced that I'll have a unibrow." By the way, 200 votes, it's fucking nothing. Anyone can get that. Anyone. Have you ever wondered how many people actually listen to Maddox's fucking failing, boring show? Not a lot of people, apparently. Moving on, there was a battle in Portland. MAGA and Fagetarians versus Antifa. It began the same as always. MAGA sets up a march and Antifa go to protest. The Lolpetarians joined in. They looked pathetic. Look at that fat cow. What's that green shed? Oh fuck, it's a Soygon. But when the time came, when Antifa attacked, when the fireworks went off, their Soygons ran away, their retards fled, their fat women rolled out of the way, and they let their men fight. They fucked Antifa so hard, they bled soy out of their rectums. And then it was over. The police closed the park, and everyone left. Some got arrested, like this legend, but he was quickly let go, like most. And that was it. Real funny shit. Links in the description. Also, we have Lolsuit updates. Maddox, the guy who not only said he was the biggest cock, but also sued 7 people and the companies that employed them because they called him a cock, not only got abandoned by his girlfriend, but also by his fucking lawyer. As evidence, God himself hates soy pussies. Kevin Landau, the lawyer who was representing Maddox in this fucking retarded lawsuit, is basically suing Maddox himself. He presented this document to the court, a motion to withdraw from further representation of plaintiff Jorge Orangutan Osunian, better known as Maddox. He claims there has been a breakdown in communication, that they fundamentally disagree on how to proceed in this case, and that there has been a complete breakdown in attorney-client relationship. But Kevin Landau isn't a cheap bitch. He's asking the court to make Maddox pay $200 in summons, $300 in processing fees, $118 filing fees. $300 in photocopying expenses, and $300 more for giving those photocopies to the court, totaling $1,295. But that's not all. He's also asking the court to make Maddox pay his originally hourly rate of like $7.50 an hour instead of what they had agreed on. And he's also asking for more fucking money. I don't even get it.
Now this is what I think happened. I think all of this, including this bail at the last minute, was all part of the plan. I mean everything, all the way down to how poorly the lawsuit was written, was by design. Because think about it like this. If the lawsuit didn't get kicked out, that motherfucker would be in court right now having an obligation to defend his client without getting paid.
Yeah.
Like he had to know from the beginning that Maddox has absolutely no fucking money. The guy looks like shit. I mean, he rides his bike everywhere, for God's sake. He looks like a homeless person. He's fat and disgusting. This guy has no blue aprons. Suing as many people as possible and doing it poorly. That's the most important part that I don't think. Suing so bad that it would immediately get kicked out,
right?
And then Landau can immediately bail, and instead of billing Maddox for a reduced rate, which is probably what he agreed to, he's gonna hit him with his real rate of $6.50 an hour. If this guy gets a lien against you for 50, 60 grand, there's no fucking recovering from that for you.
In this letter he sends to the court saying, we have irreconcilable differences. I think we should go to California.
Right.
George thinks we shouldn't. Therefore, we do not agree on the future of the case. Therefore, I want $12.95 from him for photocopies and a separate hearing where you can assess additional fees on this guy.
Yeah, where you can legally
I saw
rape
that
him.
too.
And
You
in
brought
this
up
case, I
California.
can finally say I'm in support of rape.
Oh God, Jesus Christ.
So this is where we're at. The court will decide whether or not to let Maddox's lawyer rape Maddox in front of everyone and take all of his money on July 11th. Depending on how that goes, there could also be a sanctions hearings because all the lawyers of all the people that Maddox sued are asking the court to sanction Maddox and his lawyer. If Maddox somehow doesn't lose all his money or goes to jail or kills himself after that, Stereos Kokonos, the guy who got fired because of this retarded lawsuit, is preparing a countersuit. He's even asking people on the internet money so they can pay for it. Next, this ugly cow is not an oink oink, but a member of parliament of the United Kingdom. She has gotten herself in trouble recently for adding this to her standard email auto-reply. Emails which are abusive, threatening, distressing, or which may or could amount to harassment will be disclosed to the police or relevant regulators. Harassment may be reported to the police. Oh no, Soygon, no! Speaking of Sargon, he recently joined UKIP.
The madman has fucking done it, so I've decided I'm going to be joining UKIP too.
It wasn't even his idea, he's ripping off Tankula.
Because fuck the way things are going. Fuck them. Something has to be done. I don't want to be doing this. I've decided that as a Trumpian protest fuck you to everyone.
Trump doesn't protest, you phony poser.
I'm joining UKIP as well, and if you've got a problem with it...
The trolls, even though it wasn't their intention, almost saved Soygon from public humiliation by sending UKIP an email with a link to Soy's racist rant.
You act like enough class right now. Maybe you're just acting like a nigger, mate. Do you think white people act like this?
This part definitely has to get clipped.
I'm sure it will, and I really don't care.
Initially, UKIP said they wouldn't allow Soy Pussy to join UKIP because they had no idea who he was. But when they realized he was a popular YouTuber that might get some people to join their increasingly irrelevant party, they said fuck it and let him in on the condition that he wouldn't say nigger ever again.
So Sargon was afraid he would drop the N-word.
No, that V told him not to come on because he was afraid he would start spurging out and dropping the N-word, and that
nigga.
He literally said that on my show. Yeah. Oh, I was just saying how your good buddy V said he told you not to come on because he was afraid you're gonna start calling people white niggers and stuff again. So.
Stop being a white nigger, Ralph.
Whoops. Next, finally, for the first time in the Soyless Math Show, I get to do a segment on the Young Turks. That's right, we have a mini TYT mental breakdown.
A journalist with The Observer reached out to Milo Yiannopoulos, quote, "I can't wait for the vigilante squads to start gunning journalists down on site." Milo Yiannopoulos has a history of saying ridiculous, outrageous things. Part of the reason why he had become as big as he was because the media just kept having him on, right? They kept giving him a platform. And a perfect example of that is Dave Rubin. The reason why I have such a huge problem with Dave Rubin is because he's had Milo Yiannopoulos on his show twice.
We're going to be speaking to David Duke, former Grand Wizard of the Ku Klux Klan, former one-term Louisiana State House Representative, and a candidate for governor, senator, president, author of My Awakening, A Path to Racial Understanding, and Jewish Supremacism, My Awakening to the Jewish Question, founder of the National Association for the Advancement of White People, and current international spokesman opposing, quote, Zionist imperialism, Zionist aggression, Zionist terror, and Zionist murder.
And he's giving platforms to people like Milo Yiannopoulos on his crappy show. That's who Dave Rubin is. Why did he really leave the Young Turks? Can I please finally tell the truth about why he left the Young Turks? He wanted to make a 6-figure salary to host a 30-minute-a-week show when everyone here, you know, because we work for an independent news company, was getting paid far less while working 12-hour days. That's why Dave Rubin left the company. And now all of a sudden he's getting funded by the Koch brothers, and all of a sudden his opinions are very different. September 21st, 2016, Rubin and Learn Liberty announced a partnership together. What is Learn Liberty? It's part of the Institute for Human Studies, which is largely funded by Charles Koch.
So we have a new investment in the Young Turks. It's by Buddy Roemer's group. He is, of course, the former Republican governor of Louisiana. Oh my God, wait a minute. Okay, dramatic. Fun for everybody. We've got a new partnership. It's with AJ Plus. That's the digital-only channel for Al Jazeera. And they're doing a bunch of great content. Look, the overall thing is voice of the voiceless.
Yes.
That's pretty good. We like that. We like that.
We do
It's
like
got
that.
a TYT thing.
It's recently been announced that the Young Turks are coming back to cable television, this time on the Fusion channel. So one, Fusion Network, or the Fusion channel, is owned by Univision. When you get to the other end, you come to this guy named Haim Saban. And he is a known Clinton supporter. He's donated to Bill Clinton before. He's donated to the Clinton Foundation. He's donated to Hillary Clinton in this campaign as well, over $6 million. Also, the fact that it's going to be at college campuses throughout the nation. Well, we all know where Hillary Clinton is struggling in terms of voters.
Kind of convenient that they're gonna be held there.
Yeah.
Look, I'm going to say this again. Both these candidates are deeply, deeply unpopular.
Yeah.
If the election is about either one of them, that person will lose. If the election is about Hillary Clinton, she will lose. If the election is about Donald Trump, he will lose. You've got to make the election about Donald Trump. Pivot from Hillary. You should never talk about Hillary Clinton again if you're a Democrat. You should only talk about Donald Trump.
Seems to me that you bashed Hillary. Now you're trying to back off a little bit. Are you saying that Trump, an unknown quantity, is more dangerous than a known crook?
So, first of all, Dinesh, you keep calling her a crook, but you just got out of jail.
The question I want Cheng to answer, and let's watch him tuck this one. Can any progressive in America in good conscience vote for the queen of corruption, Hillary Clinton?
Okay. So, first of all, here we go with loaded questions. So, will you vote for the queen of corruption? I can't tell if that question's loaded. When did you stop beating your wife? That's one of those questions. Although, if you go into your divorce records, all right.
Well, I guess it depends on who's paying you, right?
In a story that continues to develop, there was a shooter at the Capital Gazette, a newspaper in Annapolis, Maryland.
The Republican voters had already almost lost their minds, and Trump just put them over the top. So why do I blame all the voters, which no one else says, oh my God, don't criticize the Republican voters. No, I will criticize them because they love guns, and they say, give it to everybody, give it to everybody. Don't get surprised when the policies they voted for wind up murdering someone you know. 92% of Republicans say that the news sources report news they know to be fake, or purposely misleading. 92% of Republican voters say they all go into newsrooms, like the one they just shot up, and we don't know who it is in specific. I'm telling you the trends and where the right wing keeps pushing, right? Oh, they go into that Capitol Gazette and they don't actually do the news. They don't check any of the facts. They just make up stuff against Republicans. Oh, they're the enemy of the people. No, enemy of the people from a president is unacceptable. What does enemy of the people mean? It means do something about it. God damn it. People keep dying every day. When are we gonna do something about it? Let's be absolutely clear. Milo wanted journalists murdered, and today they were murdered. So congratulations, Milo, you animal, you goddamn sick Nazi bastard. They viciously attacked their opponents. And I'm tired of the left and the media and everyone else in this country just laying down. And now there's 5 people laying down on the ground. They are fascist and authoritarian by their nature. So what do? Egg people on until there's people on the ground. I know you're doing it for profit, you're doing it for personal glory, and you have no morals, none. I get that. But what you don't understand is your followers are lunatics. So when I call him a Nazi, it is purposeful because that is what he does. They did Heil Hitler once he was singing and he didn't do anything about it. Richard Spencer. So he loves it and he eggs people on even if he pretends afterwards. So he does not deny the quote. He just says, oh, I was joking about a terrible, terrible thing. But your listeners oftentimes act on your things.
So, but cops are getting more and more violent. They're killing more and more people, unarmed people, mentally ill people, blind people, deaf people. They like to shoot. They like killing people. They like being brutal. That's why they're cops. I know that might shock people when I say that. Well, what else kind of person would become a cop if you don't enjoy being brutal?
Earlier this year, 2 women got into a traffic dispute in Barstow, California. Importantly, in this case, one was white and one was black.
Again, this is the culture of America. We're in a police state. Police get to do whatever they want, even though it's illegal. We all know that she does not have to give her name. The cop already said it wasn't a crime, yet they fucking brutalize her anyway, and the city defends them, and everybody's okay with it because they're cops.
No, I'm not okay with it. I would have rebelled. I would have stepped in. I would have came through. I would have not complied. I would have died.
That was a clip from a video response Kevin Eugene Long, an ex-YouTuber and TYT fan, made to a TYT video. He made many video responses to TYT videos where he would agree with everything they had to say about police brutality and racism. He also shot 6 police officers. He killed 3.
So, who was uncivil again? I'm trying to remember. Was it the left or the right?
Moving on, the big titty streamer that exposed Sean Head as a phony poser with a fake personality, Brittany Venti, got false flagged again. And for the same video she got flagged last time.
Really makes you think.
No! This is Kate thinking. Coincidence. And also this other faggot, Twitch's biggest midget streamer, DesTiny's, also got flagged after he declared a war against the trolls. His Twitch account and main source of income got suspended for a day, and then a week, and now a month, for calling someone a faggot and telling his mother that maybe people should shoot Cubans. He also lost his Twitter forever. He made a live stream about it. So let's comment on DesTiny's Twitch cockcalypse.
Have you checked with the Twitch overlords if streaming on YouTube is okay during your ban? Yeah, I just can't stream any gaming content. I fucked myself pretty hard, I just realized it.
That's soy! Look at that soy pussy, drink all the soy! What a faggot! What a soy pussy!
Are you going to talk about your ban, or are you going to vibrate in your chair like you're overdosing on soy all day?
Who knows, dude? Getting banned from Twitch for a month is probably costing me about $25,000, which is pretty sad to think about. How much of a loss would you take from Prime subs if you moved to YouTube full time? Probably about $100,000 a year. It's a big deal. I'm gonna say F slur when I'm talking about this word because I don't know what I can or cannot say without Daddy Twitch coming and sneaking a massive fucking 32-inch spiked dildo up my 50% Cuban, by the way, asshole. I was given 2 reasons for I was banned. The first thing was because I called the one dude a bad word. I said the F. I don't even know if I'm allowed to say it without getting banned on Twitch on another fucking platform. But then I also clipped the thing where I said when I was talking to my mom, I was like, holy shit, like maybe they should fucking shoot Cubans or whatever that were swimming over to the US or some shit like my mom wants to do to Mexicans or some shit like that. Apparently that got clipped and those 2 things. How often do you get warnings from Twitch staff instead of bans? Very, very rarely. I've gotten 1 warning in the past 6 months and it was because a bad donation slipped through where I think somebody tried to say the N-word or whatever. That's why I slipped through the incredibly extreme, the super extreme swear filter on my donation thing. A lot of people, yeah, I saw on Pokey's podcast, holy shit, I wanted to kill myself. I think I can joke about that. When I was also talking to I talked to my partner, dude. I was probably a little bit more upset than I should have been when I talked to him. I didn't blame him or anything, but like, I guess I talked to him and I'm trying to find out like, okay, well, what's allowed and what's not allowed because that's still something that is not, that I don't fucking know what the fuck the answer to that shit is. And like he was telling me things that like if I come back, like I probably shouldn't be saying things like autistic or downy or retarded anymore. Actually, hold on, I should. Let me text my Twitch dude. Hold on, actually. Let's find out real quick about something. If I'm having a serious discussion off platform involving the use of certain slurs while using those in a non-hateful way still get me in trouble on Twitch? I feel so cucked that I even have to fucking ask this. I don't want to read his response. How much of a loss would you take from Prime subs if you moved to YouTube full time? Probably about 100,000 a year. It's a big deal. I would never sign a contract like this ever in my entire life. I feel so incredibly cucked right now. I could be more understanding if I was like a super racist dude or whatever, but I'm literally, my political views are so SJW. Like I've built my whole politics brand in the past 2 years and being like a left-leaning, like pro-LGBT person. Like, what, that's like, that response is insane, right? Like, holy shit.
Yeah.
Am I not allowed to do politics anywhere? Like, I would never sign this contract. I would never be a Twitch partner if this is like, I don't even know if it's worth the 8 or 9K a month I make on the Prime subs. That's like insane to me, dude. Like, holy shit.
Be very careful with this, right?
Because at the beginning of this conversation, before I sent this message to the guy, I actually told my stream, I was like, I think what I want to do is I'm just going to totally split live streaming on YouTube and Twitch. I'm just going to do all my politics stuff on YouTube. And I'm okay with that. I'll just, because then I don't feel like I can get in trouble. I feel like I'm more free to say what I want to say and whatnot. But now I can't even do that. We must secure the existence of our people and a future for white children. Hail Hitler, okay? 1488.
And now to finish this fucking long-ass video, we have the cringe of the week, motherfucker!
I don't trust anyone to be able to keep up with my level, my output, with my desire, my push, my passion, if you will.
Hey, what's going on, everyone? Hey, what's going on, everyone?
And you guys see like people who do social media stuff, they post pictures of themselves like, oh cool, you posted a picture of yourselves at work. Yeah, it's fucking work.
Wait, by the way,
yeah.
I missed you so much, Ron. You weren't here last week.
Oh my god, this YouTuber is mentioning these skis just for views. Oh my god, an auto mechanic repairs cars just for money. Yeah, I know.
Anita Sarkeesian thinks this is a woman.
Sometimes called trans misogynoir, this illegal